let's talk about those ads. The first one that ran was Lucid Air, and it came right after the opening monologue. Yeah. I think that this was supposed to be like a shot across the bow of Tesla, and maybe some people could read it that way. It was nice to see an EV ad followed by an EV ad, because I think then the very next ad was the Ford Mach-E.
Yeah, this was the chandelier ad. Basically, the Mach-E has to beat a falling chandelier, which shows off its speed, which, again, really good that these marketing companies are coming up with ways to show the world what electric cars can do.
This was one of the first ads where it wasn't just like, it's a car, it looks just like our old cars, but this one's electric. This one, they actually showed the power of electric, and I have to say, I was very impressed with this ad. I really liked this Mach-E ad. The Lucid ad was okay. It just, luxury car, ooh, ooh, ooh. Not a lot of talking about the electric stuff. The next one that I really liked, VW ID4 ad.
Yeah.
Crazy to me. I'm so used to just being like, come on down to Buck Honda, blah, blah, blah. Drive a car off the lot today, 0% APR financing. So used to that. So nice to have like a car commercial where they're talking about electric cars and they're actually talking about the electricness of them.
Yeah, one of the talking points on this VW ID4 ad was the mom reaches back to make sure that the child's asleep, and she says he won't know a world before electric.
Yeah.
And they had the cool lighting in the car, which again shows you how futuristic it is. And yeah, they're showing off all the quiet aspects of the car. Didn't really show off to me the environmental aspects of the car. And again, all of these car companies seem to skirt what I would think would be your biggest selling point. But again, I guess if you're VW, since you're selling diesel cars, you don't want to talk about that.
I think that that's definitely part of it, but it was just, to me, so refreshing to see back-to-back-to-back EV ads. And I have to give Elon credit for this. He is 100% the reason that they ran all those ads.
Yeah.
They knew that, they're like, okay, here we are in the meeting today. Davis, what do you think we should do? Well, we know that Elon is going to be on SNL, as everyone knows. I know I'm yelling because we're on a Zoom call. I have a bad microphone. Anyway, hello? Okay, yeah. So anyway, as I was saying, Elon is going to be on SNL. Why don't we run an ad right then? Because all those people who like, Teslas, they're going to really love our Mach-E / ID4.
It felt like I was in a different world, like we had entered a new era.
Yes.
And I hope that is the trigger for it.
Yes. The sad part to me is that, of course, the Ford Mach-E, through no fault of Ford's, is going to be severely limited in terms of production because of the chip shortage. I think the same thing's going to be happening with the ID4. Tesla doesn't seem to be as affected by the chip shortage, which is pretty nice.
Well, because they didn't cancel anything.
Right. Overall, I think that it was a rounding success for Elon.
It was a home run.
Yeah, I would say that it definitely couldn't have gone any better. I don't think, you could have the jerks who would be like, oh, he's weird. Not really a fair comparison, because he comes right out at the beginning and says, hey, I have Asperger's. And I think, again, that's really big of him.
Really smart also to say, yeah, I'm a guy who relands rockets, so I am not your normal chill guy.
Right.
I thought that was huge.
I think that was really smart. It was kind of a good introduction to him. Shows that he's self-deprecating, that he has a sense of humor about himself. Because, I don't think that we would see Jeff Bezos going on Saturday Night Live and making fun of himself.
I just want to point out how important it is to work with professionals. When you have the writers at Saturday Night Live, and I'm not saying they're always the best, but when they kind of craft your monologue, and you get to bring in pieces that you want to bring in, and then they help you craft it, you get a message that really resonates. The problem most of the time with Elon is he doesn't pre-script anything, and he doesn't have a person helping him write or produce. And so you kind of, unless you really know him well and can follow his speech patterns, you miss a lot of it. And I think this could maybe show him that, again, going back to our PR thing, if you have someone who can help you script the message, it's not lying, it's getting the message you want out to the people.
And I think it shows that it's nice to have a group of people who, can tell the rest of the story. Elon, I think definitely held out his own for the opening monologue. But then for the rest of the scripts, as all SNL, scripts go, he was part of the story.
Right.
And I think that for, different events, I'm not saying that he's ever done like a terrible job with like an unveiling or something like that. But it is kind of nice if he isn't the only one who has to carry the whole day.
Exactly.
That's a lot of pressure for anyone.
Yeah.
And if you notice with any car company, it's usually not just one person person
Right.
talking about the whole thing. They usually hand it off to a bunch of schlunkies. I'm not saying that Tesla should necessarily do that, but to have someone else who can kind of take over for Elon.
No, I agree.
To do a lot of the like explaining and some of the boring stuff.
Yep.
Then have Elon come out, hit something with a sledgehammer or
Exactly.
whatever he's going to do.
I agree.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching Now You Know Clips.
You can watch full episodes of Tesla Time News on Mondays and in-depths on Fridays. Just click the link down below to head over to the Now You Know channel.